Okay, so let's talk about Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, chapter 190, titled One After Another. So I have not actually done a video on this series at all yet. I decided because in the last week, literally probably the last 5 days, I've caught up to the manga, and the latest chapter came out today, and I just got it at like 12 o'clock. I just caught up to it at like 12 o'clock the next day. So let's react to it live. Let's review it as we go. So last time the snake pillar was focusing really hard, gripping his sword so hard that just so that he could turn the color red, because as you know, in Demon Slayer lore and mythology, if your sword is red, it will actually burn the demon as it slices. The regular blade has been kissed by the sun and the mountains, blah 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 blah. Is strong enough, but for like Muzan and the top 12, the upper 6 demons, a red blade just slices through them like butter, like it's nothing. So he really focused to turn it red, and he did, but there was a problem with that. He focused so much on turning it red that he almost fainted. Like the middle of battle, like could not move anymore, like left himself wide open for an attack from Muzan, which is like this cannot happen. There's only like them three, there's only them 4 fighting right now. The snake, the water pillar, the earth pillar, and the wind pillar, all of them are fighting right now. If one of them falls again, like it'll get knocked out, this is not a good thing. What the fuck is happening? Okay, so I don't know what happened next. The water pillar, I'm sorry, I don't know their names to heart. I really don't. I really am not gonna try to. The water pillar saves the snake pillar, or he thinks he does, but how can I say this? The snake pillar somehow ended up in the sky, and then we see Muzan taking damage. He has limbs literally flying off him. He's instantly regenerating, but still he got cut, and he's going through it. It's like, it's not the iron ball from the rock guy, it wasn't the katana from the wind guy, and the water pillar, he wasn't anywhere close to being able to cut him. So it's like, where did that come from? And it happens again. His left arm gets cut now, and like Muzan's like, oh shoot, he can't see the enemy. He doesn't know who it is, but he knows the blade that cut it, and it's a serrated blade, kind of jagged, like someone took a rock to it. And you look at it, and it's obviously Inosuke. It's obviously Inosuke's blade, and we're like, where is he? How is he doing this? And Muzan figures it out. I hope I'm saying his name right. I don't really care either way. I'm really tired, and this video is just gonna be really quick. Already halfway through the chapter. Muzan decides like he needs to focus a little more because he can't see them, and like of course his smell is like, those senses aren't to par to like be able to sense them, but he can tell, like as long as he pays attention, he can figure out where they are. Like, don't get me wrong, these fighters are pretty strong. They're pretty good. They're low end, they're not pillars, but they're pretty good. So they're not parting the dust clouds, but they're still moving. And Muzan can hear the air parting as they move through the battlefield. And he's able to determine exactly where they are without a second notice, and he attacks them. And who was it? Exactly like I said, it's Inosuke, Zamasu, and the girl, Kanaro. And they got to the battlefield and were able to hide themselves with the science devil. Ooh, I'm getting fucked up. They were able to hide their presence with the are they demons? What the fuck are they? They were to hide themselves with the demon, the special hiding papers. And they all get a little bit of damage. Not as bad as it could have been, but it's all right. And it's crazy because the rock pillar is like, you guys are still alive? You guys are kind of weak, like, but you're still here? And I'm like, yeah, they're still there. What do you mean? They strong. They were really about to be the next pillars because you all about to die, honestly. And for some reason, Inosuke has like so many of the papers. he just kept picking them up as he went through the underground hideout. But but it worked. The distraction worked. Those three coming out of nowhere gave Muzan enough time to like focus on them and kind of be surprised. It gave the snake pillar enough time to actually get over to him and cut his arms off, which with a red sword causes him to regenerate slower. And that's the plan for now. The three kids are gonna keep disappearing with their new ninjutsu and distract him with all the different attacks, and since he can't see them, he's like a little slow on uptake. And then the actual pillars are gonna try to do actual damage to him. Oh, and something interesting. This did happen in I'm just reading it. The rock pillar, the blonde guy, he is the strongest out of all the pillars. So he's probably one of the linchpins in this case, because he's probably taking the least damage out of everybody, and he still does the most damage out of everybody on Battleground right now. So now that he has more people to kind of let him do his work, he can try something new. He uses his wrecking ball, and his axe, and he collides them together. Something he did when he was fighting the Upper Moon number 1 demon. And when they collide with such force, they turn red and they heat up. His weapons heat up and they turn red briefly, though. It's not like when Tanjirō and the snake guy are doing it. It's really a brief thing that gives him the ability to almost treat it like a red blade. And he takes that chance and he throws it at Muzan. And at the same time, which is really smart, like everyone hates this guy because he sadly took a sword to Nezuko. Everybody hates this guy because he took a sword to Nezuko, but he jumps in front of the water pillar. I'm talking about the wind pillar. He jumps in front of the water pillar and he clashes swords with him at the same time to make their swords turn red. I'm like, this is some crazy shit. I did not think this was gonna happen. And as they do that, that's the end of the chapter. But the crow is cawing and telling them that they have 1 hour and 3 minutes left until dawn, which is insane. At the beginning of like this actual final phase of the fight, they were at an hour and a half, and now they're at just a sliver over an hour left before sunrise. I'll be honest, it looks like they can do it. And Tanjirō isn't even awake yet. So like, you know they can do it. Nezuko's not there either. So like, they got a good another 10 minutes before someone dies. I think. They're all on like death's door because they've all been poisoned by Muzan's blood. And yeah, they got kind of a cure, but they've still been poisoned. So like, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this manga at all. Like, at the end of the fight, at least, all the pillars die. But yeah, so they have an hour and 3 minutes left, and they're feeling good about themselves. They think they're gonna win. And yeah, that's the chapter 190 of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed reacting to it live and tired, because that's what I am right now, alive and tired. So yeah, I'll throw this video together real quick, slap it together, and put some mayonnaise on it, and release it. See if it gets like 3 views. Which would be cool, which would be pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you care, blah 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 blah, and talk to you later. Peace.